got down power lines, down trees, destroyed houses. The fab shop is toast. The roof is down that way.
Tornado touchdown. The storms that blew through West Michigan today turning dangerous to our east. We'll take you live to the damage zone.
And here's a look at one of the twisters that touched down tonight. You can see the funnel stretching all the way to the ground. Amazingly, no reports of any injuries tonight.
The hardest hit area appears to be the small town of Vernon. That's between Lansing and Flint, right alongside Interstate 69.
And that's where 24-hour News 8's Barton Dieters is live tonight. Barton.
Well, yeah, we're here in Shiawassee County. Vernon, the townships around it, Vernon Township, Perry Township, Shiawassee Township, all kind of hit by this. I'm going to stand aside and let you see some damage behind me if you can. This is a tool and die shop. According to witnesses, it was actually lifted up off the ground and placed back here. It's heavily damaged across the street from here. Unfortunately, it's dark. You won't be able to see them, but there are mobile homes, campers, and so forth that were also had the roofs removed. We're told there are about 6,100 people without power here. Almost more than 50 structures, I guess, 40 to 50 structures were actually hit by these tornadoes that touched down in several areas here. Incredibly, no one was hurt, but today the sheriff told us about a rescue that they had to enact here, and he tells us about it right now.
We are still working at the scene trying to render help to the victim that was trapped in the house with the power lines down on our house.
Where was that? Where did that happen?
That it's in the area of Garrison and Geck Road.
And it was a woman trapped in the house after the winds and knocked power lines down on her home, is that correct?
That's correct. She has some medical conditions and limited oxygen supply, so that was a priority for us.
Have you been able to get into that house?
The crews are on the scene now. We're working right now.
How long did the tornado activity last? Do you have any idea, like how long was there actually touchdown, and how long was it actually kind of wreaking destruction there in the village?
From what we could see, it started about 5 to 7, and I was still getting reports of touchdowns 5 after 7. So roughly about 10 minutes or so along that path northeast that parallels I-69.
How remarkable is it that no one was injured when you talk about a number that high?
Incredible, actually. Yeah, we're very lucky this evening that there is no serious injuries, no fatalities, but we don't want to have any either. So we are encouraging people, again, stay in your houses. We still have lots of power lines down, and do not go out if they hear some zapping or things. That's when you may get hurt or killed.
As you can see, the roof is completely withdrawn.
Right, so it is really amazing that nobody was actually injured or even killed in this incident here. They are having people move to the nearby town of Durand, and they have a shelter set up there. A lot of people are going to be without homes here who had their roofs ripped off and that kind of thing. But we're live on the scene here in Shiawassee County, and we'll keep you updated as to what's going on here. We should know a lot more once the sun comes up. Back to you.
The damage out there.
Yeah, 50 homes damaged somewhat. Big storms. All right. Thank you, Barton.
And our team coverage continues now.
Storm Team 8 meteorologist Ellen Baca tracking these storms as they moved across the state tonight. Ellen?
We had several of these that were severe warns when they moved through West Michigan. So it started at around 4 o'clock, and we saw those thunderstorms form down near Berrien County and then spread up to the east side of the state. So if we look at all of the storm reports that have come in, you can see a lot of these were wind reports, hail reports, and then we had some substantial flooding reports in Newaygo County and to the north near Fremont. So the tornado reports that came down were from some of those same thunderstorms. The big difference was as that line of storms passed by into the east side of the state, it ran into an environment that saw more sunshine for a longer period of time. So that means more energy for the system and stronger storms. So if we look at where those initial reports of damage came in, it was right near the Vernon area. And this really helps meteorologists to figure out where that tornado was initially landed. So you can see as this line of storms came through, it looks like any other generic thunderstorm, but at one level we started to see some of that debris being wafted into the air. and that just continued until it reached the east side of Clayton before finally falling apart by the time it went into Flint. So those are the initial reports that storm spotters and storm surveyors are going to have to look into tomorrow and assess the damage to confirm that it is a tornado, but it's very likely it is. Power lines down, trees snapped, homes damaged, and a large pole barn flattened. It'll also be interesting to see if this is considered one tornado or potentially two, even if it's formed by the same parent storm. If it touches down twice, it's considered a separate tornado. Now we're just looking at flooding. The wind advisory has been expired, so watch for some of those minor flooded areas, especially near our rivers and our streams. Storm Track Live showing that we have all of those showers and storms moving off to the east and out of West Michigan. Now we get ready for the cold rain to wrap in. That starts tomorrow. Coming up, I'll show you your futurecast so you can plan out your Friday. We also have a look at your weekend, which might have just a few snow showers associated with it.
Ellen, thank you. Photos from Newaygo County showing storm damage here in West Michigan. Look at 12 Mile between Maple Island and Dickinson, washed out because of heavy rain. The Road Commission says that there are a few roads closed off for flooding and washouts, but the water is starting to go down in the area.